Don't like snoring. Feel like I'm coming down with something.
Because we should have Matt have an extra chicken or chicken and to fit the picture. I've had the chicken right, I've had on pizza bucket. Tomorrow. Got pizza pocket. Got pizza pocket. You're not going to start eating. No. Only when they're quick. Come down.
Star on Disney Plus is now
Give
it a must for 6 months and access more laughs, more thrills, more drama. Don't miss out.
This is Disney Plus.
Right, no. Sorry, people with pacemakers don't have their heart taken out and a pacemaker popped in.
Alright then, some sort of machine. What I'm getting...
Right. I've heard now.
Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant,
Yeah, shit house.
have been meeting regularly for...
Not you, Mr.
And this was on the news, was it? There you go. Right,
No. Alpha, move on.
Migrant workers in South China are wearing adult diapers on... You need to be here to tell them to do that as well.
When they're staying out of the way. Don't like her at all.
Oh, I'll get used to each other.
They're going upstairs cat, they're downstairs cat now.
Yeah, they'll get used to each other because, like, I get, like, with the... I mean, when we got Thomas, from the moment, he was, like, never shy. He was wanting to get involved. He wanted to be friends with Thrasher. He was wanting to be friends with Pimpush, but obviously Pimpush was on his way out, unfortunately, that day. And when I got Amber, Amber still is not quite there yet. Even if Lord tell me about it, she's getting better.
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais.
But she let out this cat chatter, which, like, I'm panic, I'm scared. And from that moment on, from day one, her and Thomas connected. And
I wonder if we should have a jingle for questions
they
for Carl.
really do care for each other.
Okay.
Does Amber and Thomas.
Yeah, okay, no, fair enough, that works.
But even though Amber's...
Carl, if
Look
you
at
could
her.
talk to any animal,
Oh,
which one would it be and what would you say to it?
that's probably
Insect,
6.
animal, anything, fish, anything. Well, they said animal,
No,
but
that's
yeah,
6.
there's animal, anything.
I've had one quadruple Jack,
Yeah, no, but
and that's probably a double.
Yeah,
So 3 double Jacks.
Um,
That's my last though.
I'd probably go for the tortoise.
5 in one, no?
Okay. So it would take a long time to walk away from you while you were
That's
talking.
doubles.
No, just because
Most animals would be off straight away.
Well, yeah, it's just such a smooth drink. It's
walls and stuff. Get an old one. If you get like an old one, that's
it's lovely.
In a box, in a garden for 52 years.
But you get some that have been about.
Right, so
They've really travelled, have they?
Yeah. I mean,
Some of them experienced more than you. But they brought them out.
let's go a lot here. Animal.
They could probably teach you a
Oh yes.
Just extra.
Before I go back into Bournemouth, now you remember
From their very specific tortoise
your
spaces.
debut London trip,
Wales. We've had a lot of questions about time travel.
Bournemouth lunch it with me,
Your approach to time travel.
and
We've talked about this in the past,
I
but
think it's the
this is a
one
very
you said
specific time
you
travel question.
unfortunately
If you had a
lost
time
your
machine, Carl,
pictures.
to what event in
Yeah.
your childhood would you travel back to?
Now, as you
Cro-
as you know, I took you on a mission to where I'd been a good few years previous. When I got an old Sabre tickets, so I was only in London for like maybe 7 hours,
Would you go back and
and I had to get a certain train there and a certain train back.
or you've got your adult
And
experiences on,
I was on a mission to take you to where Kenneth Williams last lived and died. And we left St Pancras Station, we walked past Euston Station, and
And he went, oh, for fuck's sake, where's it? It's gone.
yeah, unbeknownst to me, the the ripped down the perfectly functional. I mean, if I lived there, I'd have been gutted. I'd have been really gutted, unless it was a nice payoff. But I'd have been pissed off because it was a perfectly functional communal block of flats, and when I was there, unfortunately I didn't have a digital camera, so any pictures I've lost. There was a blue plaque to say Kenneth Williams from that year to that year lived here from 2. And when we got there, obviously it was no more. It was a bloody office block, which was still working on. So, I mean that was absolutely horrible. But for the next just video, I want to focus on, say, food. So I'll keep. Jesus. So I'll put up now whatever she's had. Cause that took her bloody out of action for a fucking week. Coughing up phlegm and sound like a cross between Barry White and Rusty Lee. So, right. On top of my little list here, you can't really see much. No, I tell you what we'll do. We'll do it in like a chronological order. So, I mean, what was our routine when we were due to go down to Bournemouth? Did I come to your house prior to work and maybe you slap on a couple of slices of toast and a coffee or a tea? Then put your bag of clothes and that mine in the car boot ready. Then we went to the chicken factory, I do believe. Did our shit. And then as soon as we could get out, we headed to the staff car park. Is that how you remember it?
I think so.
Well, must have done to save time. Because obviously time was of the essence. You know what I mean? We could really do without any diversions when, you know, we wanted to get down there. I mean, this is probably the first time.
Yeah, we was actually planning this latest Friday where we wanted to go.
Yeah. Because I think our first probably 2 early trips, maybe only the one trip where I didn't realise about this truck stop at Stibbington, so we would have probably had snap either at the Weatherspoons or at the curry house. No, that was a big London bash. Went to Spice Garden, so we must have gone somewhere for food. Anyway, all I can remember is I'm so impatient to get there. You know, I think we may have sacrificed a couple of minutes. But you know, most people um, were like waiting for 2 o'clock on the dot before they swiped the cards. I think in this occasion we thought, sorry, because we'll beat the rush for the sake of for the sake of 3 minutes. Losing what 58p. Beep beep, gone. Down the frontage, down the 2 steps of stairs, into the car park. Boom, key in ignition, fire up, boom, gone. And obviously we had to get out of the Foxhill, which at times was a bit, stop start, stop start, stop start. But once we got out of there, and then got onto the M181, which was only short, then onto the M180 East, up to the A15 turn off. That was such a ball. But once we got down on then the A15 towards Lincoln, it was a. Was that on your tablet?
No.
Oh, I could do one of them.
Portable DVD player. There's plug it in. They play it in the bedroom when you're in bed.
Oh, I'll have to get one of those. Is that a bog old standard DVD player?
Yeah, Polaroid one, but better than no, isn't it?
Well, as long as it plays, I'm not bothered. Oh, I'm snorting again.
So if they catch up on some episodes and quick couples in bed and that's it.
Yeah. So right. So we'll get to Stibbington Diner.
Who just had a bowl of chips?
Just a bowl of chips. Should I have steak pie in there?
Oh, got something.
I would have had steak pie and chips. They do pie and chips. I know that. So I think I would have steak pie and chips and maybe bought a newspaper and a cup of tea. And there was always Sky Sports or Sky News on or something like that. But good value for money, I thought. I mean, we didn't really save any time because we could have got Snap in Bournemouth, but we thought, good value for money. You can't really
The very first time we went to Bournemouth, you had to go to Tesco's for a pair of trousers. Or jeans or whatever.
Wonder where that was.
We went to Tesco, 2 floors.
Well,
so I need some trousers.
We probably went to that big Tesco's near LC Studios.
Yeah.
But I think the one advantage with Stibbington Diner was it was good value for money. And the grub wasn't bad. And once we've been there, basically it was a case of hit the road, Jack. Get past that place which has some connections with the chicken factory. Oxfordshire, Cambridgeshire area. Oh, I used to pass that, turn off that place every time, and it always reminded me of the chicken factory. It was some place where they either had where they bred the birds or something, or they had chicken breasts from, or they had a factory there or something. Um, it's either Cambridgeshire or Oxford, Cambridgeshire way. And I always remember that village or that town had connection with chicken factory.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
you remember?
yeah.
Every time I went past it, I thought. Then when we got to like the Hatfield Galleria, that with the shopping centre above it, that great big tunnel. Once we got past there, weren't far from the turn off for like Luton Airport and Potter's Bar, and then we'd see that brown sign with the truck symbol saying Shenley Road, Bournemouth, blah blah, and got off there. And as you know, we'll come onto Studio Way with all the Holiday Inn, Premier Inn, and all the Ibis and all that. And I think Ocado had a place there as well. And it's like I'm like, oh, we're here.
Oh, I know
Oh,
what that was. It's St Neots.
that's it.
Yeah, come to me now.
Is that still got connection with Chicken Factory?
No, I doubt it. No.
Did they supply with chicken breast?
I don't know.
Yeah, St Neots. That every time I saw that, I thought,
But yeah, the massive pay rise.
what, 20p an hour?
No, we're on the back. I think we're going to start paying us. They brought it forward by a few months because there've been a few complaints. From factory works could be on that 15 hour. Because I'm hanging now, I'm going to be 10.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good that.
It's a lot better than because I used to be on the X78 and now when it's hanging, they've got extra £1.20 an hour.
Yeah, well, that was
yeah.
what was I for to say that help us with the help. That's only a one off. It's just that fucking June's wage is it's gonna be like a really. I can't. I mean, I know I can't complain because I haven't really been to the airport all that much, but by that point I'd have been halfway through back to kind of like a normal thing and that, and it's going to be like a crappy wage in that way. But anyway, where are we? Fuck off. So we get to Bournemouth. It's like this. Them picture you took of me, where it's obviously in the L Street Inn room, and I said, "Look at that, Gusher. I look like I'm being interrogated by the Israeli Secret Service." I'm like sat there with a shirt on and cargo pants, and I look like if it wasn't for the fact that my hands were loose, I look like I've been interrogated by the Palestinian, the bloody Mossad, whatever it is. But
Mark,
anyway, I loved all the pictures that you sent. Some that I'd never seen, like the ones that you took of me walking back from the holly bush on that footpath. I would have known obviously at the time because your flash would have gone off. But judging by the coat I was wearing, I can always tell what visit it was. I had that Doncaster Rovers football top on, my buddy camouflage cargo pants, and that green puffer jacket, and my great big camera bag. So that would have been when we went to the Borough for the first time, and I did that video where you filmed me and go, oh, here we are, the Gladstone and the Borough, Lant Street, and this is where Stockacre and One used to go, and now we're going for a pint. But it wasn't me filming. It must have been your good self. But how did you? I just it won't be too long because I know you want to watch your Terry and Jill. Get 12 minutes. How do you feel about the L Street Inn? Start off with the rooms. You know, one where the shower and TV and that. And I think we were lucky that we mainly had views looking out onto Shenley Road, where we could see some of the locations used in the Confessions film, many Confessions of a Driving Instructor. So how did you feel about our accommodation?
Well, so much sleeping. Perfect. We only wanted the bed.
Yeah. I mean, I remember once the view from my room was so crap. I thought they don't look, but most of the time we were lucky that the view we had was looking onto the main road, so we had a lovely breeze. Also, we had window open, you could hear the traffic going past and the buses and that. And yeah, I thought it was all right. What we paid, it was good value for money. A good base, we're like dead central of Bournemouth, not far from Bob Studios, and a 10 minute walk from train station. About half-hour walk from the Hollybush. Which we'll do that next time, the Hollybush, because that's still a place close to my heart. That, and I'm fucking gutted. It's now I'm gutted. It's now a fucking day nursery. Little raccoons. But one thing I always want to touch on before we kind of wind it up. As you know, one of the things we all look forward to after a night's supping, as we did in Scunthorpe, when we always forgot it was bog off at the pizza shop, and we always end up with two pizzas near the light. And obviously, I had one of my pizzas knocked off me by accident by someone stood outside Class 6. The pizza went. I don't think it was that same day that I felt all right when we left the Blarney Stone, and I said, "Have you got any rum at your house?" Oh, God, whoa, pretty well that. When I wasn't sick, I felt like I was going to be sick, but I wasn't, because that's me being clever ass twat with a bloody double house brandies. Hey, get down here. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm not so sure about this. Get here. Hey.
Yeah, back in the early days where spirits was non-existent.
Yeah.
Now look at us, bloody spigot like bloody water now.
Oh, look at that. Right. Look at that there, right? That glass there. You can't really see. Right. That's obviously that's level. Right. Now that before was up to I say about there. Can't really see there. About there, I think before. Right. So that was like a quadruple Jack Daniels, but I was like a sip 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 sip. What like Chris Barron is on it. I watched his recording show on Instagram, and he has there's a name for it. I've got a glass like it. And he has sometimes whiskey, and he like sups it like tea. So we'll do the Holly Bush next Sunday because that is a place very close to our hearts. That place, and you know, fucking gutted we lost that bastard. Well, that's yeah. So one of our common things is to the pizza is after we've had a sup. Like that night we got the wrong bus from Edgware. I think it was the same night we got probably Victoria when we got back to Edgware quite late, and we thought we were lucky. Bus turned up saying Bournemouth, and he was running late. You remember he absolutely floored that accelerator. Remember that one? You remember it? We get to Edgware bus station. We thought, fuck, we have to get a taxi. The angels were kind of spying on us. This bus turned up. We get on it. He absolutely canes it down that road because he was behind time. But we realised something was up because he totally bypassed Elstree. And we ended up actually not far from where Paula Sain's pub after was. It was within, I would say, a minute walk from what is now the Oak. Then it was a Shooting Star. Then he turned the engine off and he's talking to his mates. And we're like, excuse me, oh no, we're not going that way. He took us back, I think, to the little bus stop in the train station car park. Where we walked, I think, to the Wellington, which this is before it was revamped before the first lockdown. Well, it's a good 10 years for that, but and the more people who were sat in the pub. Remember, they were pointing that old. There was an old picture on the wall, the old football team or something. And it's, can you pick me out? Pick me out. It's like they were either taking piss or they were getting agitated because we couldn't, as they were then, to as they were back then on this bloody 1960s football team photograph. But our common question, as it was when you used to come for karaoke here at the White Hart and at Barn On, it was always to get that the big pizza. I remember the 12-inch or the 14-inch, whatever it was. Marketplace, so I'll get the burger, and Bob was no exception. You know, we'll try to get to Prince Pizza, as I did on my solo trips. You know, I tried to get to Prince Pizza or Domino's Pizza or that chicken place on the opposite side of Prince Pizza near Domino's, and I would get, you know, a big chicken burger, large fries, maybe something else, and a bottle of Pepsi. You know, you take it back to your digs, put the TV on, put a bit of white noise, and just tuck in. Yum 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 yum. And it's this quest for food, which I think is going to be a common theme. Because you know, most of the time we would be unlucky in that fucking Prince Pizza be shut, or Domino's Pizza be shut, and if we were lucky, we'll catch the last 10 minutes of that chicken place. And I want you to chipping power knock off here. You know, that at Prince Pizza, that argument between the boyfriend and girlfriend in the middle of Shenley Road, I vaguely remember it. they were really. I mean, he was. I mean, obviously your point of view from this. I know he was probably well and truly pissed, and she was teary-eyed and upset. What I can remember, they were either, I'm guessing they weren't far, so that they would either been at either the Crown or the Wellington or the Woods Bar. Some bloke had looked in their direction. He thought he was looking at his bird. They had a big argument in Shenley Road, and he was about to storm off to sort out this bloke. She went the other way. I know the way. He was very, 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 very pissed off. I remember that much. You remember that big argument in middle of Shenley Road?
Yeah.
I mean, what? Of all the places that we went to, right, did you say? I mean, what did you think of the pizzas at Prince Pizza, the one that was nearest to the Crown Pub?
All right.
And they let me use their toilet, if you remember.
Yeah. Oh. You probably see the COVID jab.
I don't know, it's only a little prick.
It's only a little prick.
I think mine. Let's see mine, but I think it's the spot. Oh no. It's literally just under my fingernail.
Yeah.
It's literally there. It's just set up fingernail.
Yeah. What about shoulder impingement?
Eh?
What about shoulder impingement episode?
Well, I haven't been for my scan yet. I'll say night. Well, well, the thing is, like, my right arm, I'll say 90% of my actions are fine, but it differs. There's some days I can't lie on my right hand side because it hurts, but my fear is when it comes to lifting Charlies or completes, it may cause pain.
It may cause pain.
It's either frozen shoulder, which is forward now, but I'm awaiting an MRI scan. But see, there's certain moments I can do, but something I can't do. I can feel there's something there. I'm guessing it will only be basic physiotherapy. For it. Obviously, my biggest concern is Gusher with a knee. Still in 3 days at Mountwood Bakery. We had to defer a physiotherapy appointment because of the COVID test. If it has to be surgery, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. But right, so Prince Pizza, I think both me and yourself will give it probably 8 out of 10 for value for money, customer service, and for quality of the food.
I agree, man.
But I seem to remember, like this is right, Jeff. My
Who's
cumber.
Jeff?
This right. Oh fuck. This is Hobgoblin. 4.5% Ruby beer. 500 mils. 4 tins for $3.99. Look at that. Oh. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Divine. Right, did you say to me, you were overfaced by a pizza from Domino's?
Yeah.
Because where did we eat it? I know we went for they went back at the Elstree Inn. Because
we
one of
did.
our
We took about out again.
yeah, because I think one of our favourites was it the Meteor?
Let me go.
Was it meatballs in barbecue sauce?
Balls. Barbecue sauce.
But before we knock off, I want to like. Oh, sorry,
Oh,
please.
knocking off.
Eh?
Oh, pardon.
Yeah, before we knock off, you can carry tearing you. Oh dear, I hope I'm not coming down with something now. I'll give my. I will. Well, actually, one thing I finished off with, like, but this is. One thing to say I always liked, and whenever possible I still like, and that is to call it a place, get something like where you get a large either box of chips or cheesy chips or fries, whatever, and you get like a large chicken or chicken cheeseburger, whatever, or a pizza with the fries or chips and the bottle of Pepsi, because you always wake up with your thirst, and then take it back to your digs. Put on
Yeah,
the
about 14. Meteor was about half eight. That was stuffed. Because obviously, if you have a lot to drink, it's getting late. It's too much.
Yeah, but it was always nice, if you remember, just to get. I mean, it was nice, but anyway, especially it was like the Saturday night, but Sunday morning by then, it was always tinged with a little bit of sadness because our time at the sanctuary, which is what I want to touch on next Sunday, which is the Hollybush, had come to an end for another session. It was our place where we felt so safe. It was never really that busy, but it was always pleasant, always welcome with Ray Steer at the helm, mostly on a Saturday, and the pool and the jukebox. And I always remember Ray playing Word Soup on that interactive quiz machine. Remember, we would come through the front door, and there was that. I played the pub quiz usually in Cops and Robbers. Ray Steer always played Word Soup. Like a grid full of mixed match letters. You had to try and drag and create as many words as possible. It's like those videos where I filmed you playing pool, and you can tell the stand-up phone we had at the time by the quality of the audio. Like, there's one where you're playing pool and there's Linkin Park on the jukebox and the sound quality is so distorted. But yet you still got YouTube saying copyright claim in Libya and Korea, whatever, and Facebook, your video has been partially muted because of blah 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 blah. And I think, oh goodness sake, man. But really, really good times. But
Oh, it's knock off in a minute. It's
Eh?
gone 2 o'clock.
Say again, Mr. Horn.
Gone near 10 past 2. I have to knock off in a minute.
All right. Right. So last thing is, for next Sunday, just do some homework for us of thing that you remember, Barnwood, LC, London, and we'll call it quits, Mr. Horn.
Yeah.